If you're over 60 and your morning erections have disappeared, it's not just aging, it's a warning sign. A healthy man in his 60s should still be waking up with wood. So let me ask you something most doctors never do. When was the last time you woke up hard? Because if that little morning signal has vanished, you need to pay attention. This isn't just about sex. It's not about ego. It's about survival. Missing morning wood regularly in your 60s and beyond can mean your testosterone is slipping, your circulation is slowing down, or worse, your heart is waving a red flag. Morning erections are like a thermometer for your manhood. When they're gone, something deeper is off. Scientists have linked this to early signs of metabolic decline. That means faster muscle loss, brain fog, weaker bones, even depression. In fact, men who stop waking up with wood often also report feeling tired even after a full night's sleep. You might think, well, I'm just getting older. But that's what too many doctors say too. And that's dangerous. Because the truth is, this is fixable. But only if you understand what's really happening inside your body while you sleep. Now here's the part most men never hear. There's one habit, simple, free, and just 3 minutes long, that has been shown to reset testosterone rhythms, improve sleep quality, and bring back morning erections. It doesn't involve a pill. It doesn't require a gym. It simply helps your body remember what it already knows how to do. And you can start as soon as tonight. But first, let's unpack what morning wood really means and why it disappears. For decades, scientists assumed morning erections were just about hormones. But now we know that's only part of the story. It's actually a delicate combination of deep sleep, healthy breathing, and proper nervous system balance. Here's the short version. Your body operates two main gears. One for action and stress, they call it fight or flight. The other for rest, recovery, and healing, rest and digest. Morning wood comes from this second gear. When your brain and body are in recovery mode, especially during REM sleep, your nervous system naturally triggers healthy erections. It's not for sex. It's literally your body's way of exercising your blood vessels and keeping things working down there. But if you spend your night stuck in stress mode, even if you feel calm, it doesn't happen. Things quietly shut down. Stress hormones like cortisol stay high. Testosterone release is blocked. Blood flow slows. And morning wood disappears. And here's where deep sleep comes in. Study after study shows that testosterone is released in waves during deep sleep, especially the last few hours before you wake up. In one study from the University of Chicago, men who slept just 5 hours a night for 1 week saw their testosterone drop by up to 15%. That's right, in 1 week. And we're not talking about emotional stress here. Even just shallow sleep, light snoring, or getting up to pee twice can break this cycle. Less deep sleep means less testosterone. Less testosterone means less blood flow. And that's the morning wood triangle most men miss. Which brings us to the next piece, your breathing. If you snore, mouth breathe, or wake up frequently, you may not be getting enough oxygen while you sleep. Your body runs on oxygen. And your erections are no different. When oxygen dips, circulation suffers. And so does everything downstairs. One Harvard report found that disrupted nighttime breathing can cause endothelial dysfunction. That's just a fancy way of saying your blood vessels get less flexible. Less flexibility means less blood flow, not just to your heart, but to your entire body, especially the one part of you that depends on elasticity the most. Now here's the kicker. Even if you try the usual sleep fixes, melatonin, reading before bed, cutting out caffeine, they don't always touch the real issue. Your nervous system might still be stuck in high alert. That's why you can sleep for 8 hours and still wake up tired or limp. The solution? It's not a supplement. It's not some tech gadget. It's something your body was designed to do, but most men never do it on purpose. Controlled, slow breathing to signal recovery mode before you even fall asleep. This breathing habit flips your nervous system from stress mode to healing mode. It helps quiet the system that's been keeping you tense all day. It helps raise oxygen, lower cortisol, and improve circulation so you can sink deeper into restorative sleep. Elite soldiers use it. High-performing athletes use it. And now, more and more older men are rediscovering it to bring back the one thing that mattered more than they realized, waking up with morning wood. Because when you sleep better, you heal deeper. And when you heal, everything starts working again. So, what is this breathing habit? We'll get to exactly how to do it in just a minute. But first, I want you to remember something. Your body isn't broken. It just needs the right signal to reset. Every night before bed, you have a choice. Lie down and hope for rest, or take just 3 minutes to send the clear signal that says, it's time to recover. It costs nothing, no side effects. And once you learn it, it becomes second nature. Men who've used it report better sleep in just a few nights. Some say morning wood begins to return within a week. Is it magic? No. It's biology finally allowed to work the way it used to. So if you're not waking up like you used to, if you feel like your edge is fading, I want you to know this. It's not too late. And you don't need prescriptions to start seeing changes. All you need is a quiet moment and your breath. Your body is ready to come back online as long as you give it the key. In just a second, we'll walk through how to use this technique step by step. And I'll share the story of one man 67 years old who thought his best days were behind him until he tried this. His name is Don, and what happened to him might just surprise you, because whether you're 62, 72, or even 82, your mornings still matter. And what you do the night before, that's where the comeback begins. Don was 67 when he first noticed it. Not just the missing morning wood, but the fog, the fatigue, the vague heaviness in his chest when he got out of bed. Things that used to feel simple now felt like a slow climb. He used to be up at 6, feeling sharp and ready. Now, even after 8 hours, he'd wake up groggy, limp, and reaching for coffee just to feel human. A friend mentioned it might be low T. Another said stress. But his doctor looked at the chart and just said, well, you're getting older. But Don knew better. He hadn't changed much. Still walked every day, ate reasonably well, didn't smoke, and yet something had clearly shifted. That's when he came across this breathing habit. He was skeptical too. Breathing? Really? But something about it made sense. So that night before bed, he gave it a shot. He sat in his chair. No distractions, no phone, and he followed one simple pattern. Breathe in slowly for 5 seconds, hold for 5, breathe out for 7. He repeated that for 3 minutes. That was it. No supplements, no blue pills, just breathing. That night, he fell asleep faster than usual. But more importantly, he didn't wake up once. And the next morning, let's just say the signal was back. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. Something inside had shifted. He felt solid again, more himself. Over the next few weeks, Don made it a nightly habit. 3 minutes of slow breathing before his head hit the pillow. Soon, he started waking up clear-headed, stronger, more rested. It wasn't a miracle. It was his body finally being allowed to do what it wants to do, restore itself. Studies from sleep labs and sports institutions back this up. Just a few minutes of controlled breathing slows the heart rate, reduces cortisol, and increases something called parasympathetic tone. That's the healing state your body needs to repair and rebuild. And yes, that includes your testosterone rhythm. Researchers at Stanford have shown how this simple breathing technique may improve vagus nerve activity, a fancy way of saying it helps your body flip into recovery mode faster. It even helps with oxygen uptake and blood vessel function, the 2 ingredients critical for strong blood flow day and night. Now, let's walk through how to do this the exact technique that Don and so many others are now using. The best part? You don't need to be perfect. Just follow this pattern. Step 1, find a quiet space. Sit or lie down comfortably. No distractions. Step 2, slowly inhale through your nose for 5 seconds. Try to fill your belly, not just your chest. Step 3, hold your breath gently for 5 seconds. Not straining, just stillness. Step 4, exhale slowly through your mouth for 7 seconds. This longer exhale is the key. It tells your nervous system you're safe. It's time to slow down. Repeat this cycle for just 3 minutes. You can set a timer, or just count the breaths: 5 seconds in, 5 hold, 7 out. That's one cycle. Do that about 6 times, and your body is already shifting gears. Now, here's a tip that made a big difference for Don. He paired this with something called physical anchoring. He placed one hand on his chest, the other on his belly, and noticed which one was rising more. If his chest moved more than his belly, he knew he was still breathing shallow. But when his belly did most of the rising, that's when he knew the oxygen was going deep and his body was really relaxing. This isn't about effort. It's about awareness, reteaching the body what it already knows. Don isn't the only one. There are men all around the country, truck drivers, retired teachers, former execs who say this one habit has helped them bring back their mornings and a whole lot more. Better energy, less nighttime waking. Some even say their relationships feel closer again. Because here's something surprising. When your body isn't constantly fighting stress, you show up differently. You think clearer, move better, and yes, perform better. All from 3 minutes of breathing before bed. Now, you might be thinking, can something this simple really make a difference? And the truth is, not everyone will feel it in one night. But give it a week, 7 nights, 3 minutes each night. No pills, no pressure. Just a quiet signal to your body that it's safe to let go, safe to restore, and maybe just maybe ready to perform exactly how it used to. Now, if you're curious about how to take this even deeper, combining this technique with a few other natural bedtime habits can actually triple the effect. We're going to talk about that in the next video. Because once your system starts waking up again, you'll want to know how to keep the momentum going. So if you're serious about feeling like yourself again, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. And tonight, just try it. 5 in, 5 hold, 7 out. You've got this. Your comeback may already be just a breath away.